I figured since I'm sitting here, I might as well do another video. I already talked about how much I loved the Dual Sense Edge controller, but there is another controller that I love, and it's the Xbox Series Elite. I told you guys, as much as I, love this Dual Sense, back in the day, Xbox was my favorite controller. Xbox Series X controller is still, it's up there. It's not the Dual Sense. Dual Sense is like here, and then you have Xbox controllers like right here. Yeah, I'm missing a couple things. I told you about my likes and dislikes. Let's just push you over here to the side for a second. I already told you my likes and dislikes with this controller here. All right, gone over it. It's just, it's perfect in the hand. I love the triggers. I love the fact that you can swap out. This is the main factor. I love the fact that you can swap out these sticks and replace them if they ever stick drift on you. Only problem is the rubber grips. Like, this is bad. Like, this is after like months of heavy use. This is how it's turned out. I don't know if you guys can get a good whiff of that. I will probably put it up on all the angles so you guys can see it. But yeah, it's after a couple months of wear and tear. I want to say about 6-7 months of wear and tear. This is what happens to the back of the rubber grips. And I turned back on my PlayStation again. So let's go move on to the Xbox controller. Now you basically get the exact same accessories that you would get with the Dual Sense Edge. And okay, of course I had to get the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 controller. Of course I had to. Yeah, you basically get the same accessories in the box pretty much. The only difference is you get a little bit more. You do get a little bit more in the box. So I probably should mention that. You get a little bit more. So you get a couple, what's the same? All right, what's the same in this box here? All right, you get basically the same amount of thumbsticks. You get some different ones, some concave, some convex. All you get is convex ones here. Your only concaved sort of are the ones that come standard with this. So you do get options here. You get more options with the Xbox One. When you buy the Xbox One, the thing that I do like is that you can choose either a D-pad or this little circle pad. Actually, shockingly, I don't know where this came from, but for some odd reason, I like this circle pad. Don't get me wrong, I love D-pads, even though Nintendo technically, well, they used to make the best D-pad. This is, okay, this will be one thing on the PlayStation side. This is an okay D-pad. This is not the greatest D-pad in the world. It's okay, it's serviceable. This, I don't know why I like this. I don't know, maybe it's because it's these quarter inputs here. So if I want to do like quarter circle, I'm playing in Street Fighter or something like that, I know I can go Hadouken. I know exactly, I can feel the input as that happens. So maybe that's why I like that. You get the same paddle options on the back. Well, actually you get more on the Xbox side. Actually, I should probably switch hands. Yeah, all right, here we go. Yeah, you get more on the Xbox side. You got double the options here instead of just one set here. So I guess that's a plus up. You get the same options on the triggers where you can change how much it depresses down. That's full. That's the short, that's the hair trigger. And to me, it kind of feels like Ooh. The Xbox has a better hair trigger. Look, I said that I do like the DualSense better than the Xbox controller, but as far as these controllers go, if I'm shooting, playing Call of Duty, I want that hair trigger. This is a way better hair trigger than this one. Yeah, okay. You gotta give points to that. Okay, so now this is a point against the Xbox controller. You can take off these caps, but you can't actually take off the actual trigger. There's no way to, trigger. You can take off the thumbstick caps, but you cannot take off the actual thumbsticks like you can on here. I'm pretty sure I showed in the previous video. Again, what's better? Taking this out or only taking that out? Like, come on. I want to replace the whole thing, not just the thumb cap. So you already know that I'm giving this to Sony right here. Now again, because you have the extra paddles on the back, this does feel better when you're playing a shooter. The only thing is you have to be very careful. If you have like a rough grip like I do, because I'll be panicking when I'm playing shooters, you're gonna be pressing these back paddles like crazy. But if you can control yourself, if you can control yourself and not hit these back paddles and you're playing a shooter, at least you have your fingers on the thumbsticks to maneuver, and then if you need X, Y, B, or A, you have all four of them right back here. Another thing that the Xbox controller has over the PlayStation one is that even though you can put this in the case and charge through here, right? You string your USB cable, you do that, right? You do that, you zip this up, right? And you would just charge through here, which is cool. That makes sense. That's great. I'm not complaining about that. The only problem is, well, it's not even a problem. The better feature that Xbox gives you is that it's kind of fancy. You kind of don't really need it, but it's fucking cool. You get this in there. This little thing right here, this is a wireless charging dock. So you could either leave it right here in the center. You can either take it out if you really want to. You can take it out, boom, leave it like this. Oh shit, I didn't know this. This motherfucker's magnetic. That's cool. All right, another point for you. All right. Okay, Xbox. See? Oh, wow. Nobody saw that. Okay, that's cool. So I could have it out and charge it if I just have it on my desk or something, or I can leave it right there in that space. Boom. And still charge through that little USB hole right there. So either which way, it's getting charged. And I kind of do like that this is like a smaller port. It doesn't need to be a giant Velcro port. So Xbox, man, you got some good accessories. You make some really great accessories, but we need games. So which controller do I prefer? Ooh, I love this PlayStation controller. I hate that for the price that this will happen to your controller in months. Like the rubber just coming off of this, right? I love the fact that you can swap the sticks out. I love the triggers on here. I love the what's that haptic feedback that they give you. I love it. Now, what Xbox has over this, instead of you know, this glued on rubber, it's textured plastic, so it's a part of the actual body, and it will never, I know this ain't rubbing off. This ain't gonna bubble. Nothing's gonna happen in this. And then it's textured all around. This is a different texture. It's more of a slippery texture at the top. But the back where, you know, you need to get a grip on, it's good. I know it's gonna be solid. What I hate, can't swap the triggers. That's annoying. I love this controller a lot. Now, this is actually quite hard, so let me move you out of the way. Slight edge, very, 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 very slight edge to the Xbox controller. Only because I know that over years of time, my controller ain't gonna be flapping off and I won't have to buy a new one, because these controllers ain't cheap. If this stupid glue, if this wasn't the problem, I would immediately pick this PlayStation Dual Sense Edge over the Xbox controller. But, you know, Sony, hopefully you fixed it in other iterations of this controller, but for now, the Edge goes to the Xbox Series X Elite, Series 2. Xbox, you gotta fix those names. Now Xbox, give me some games, because Sony is trampling you right now. I forgot to tell you, like, comment, subscribe. I might do another video tonight. Nah, we're not gonna do that. I'm going to sleep.